So we met last month, kind of thought about some of the things we might do here in February, month of love, right? So that's why we're having week by week 2 couples on and kind of playing the newlywed game. Mm-hmm. And when we thought about the week with younger couples, you suggested let's have Valerie.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let everybody know, didn't do great on the score. Didn't really get. I think y'all only got one question right.
Yeah.
But one of the questions,
it was an important one though.
It was a very important one. But one of the questions was about what event would you win a gold medal in? You missed it. But I will tell you this: having her on was gold. I mean, you're gonna laugh
Highly
in this
entertaining.
episode. Yeah, Josh and Maddie, who is our youngest couple in the church. They've only been married 3 months, and then having you guys on, there is a lot of gold in this episode. So what a great way to get to know the people of Liberty than ask awkward questions and put you on pressure for your marriage. So what'd y'all talk about like on the way home after all that?
Well, she was most disappointed, or maybe not disappointed is not the word, but most surprised that I did not get the right answer to the final question that you're going to hear in the podcast. But because I had actually made a comment the day before about how I liked this certain thing. I don't want to give too much away here.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I guess I can see how that would have been your answer. That would have been the most obvious choice.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I just don't think well under pressure like that.
I love it. I hope it stayed in the editing. But she said, "I know you better than you know you."
That's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would agree with her on some.
It was good
some
stuff,
fronts,
man. So get ready. Live at Liberty. Here we go with 2 more couples. After Nicole lets us know who and what is going on in the church, we will continue the Not So Newlywed Game, and you're going to like this episode. So let's go live at Liberty.
Hey Liberty, it's Nicole. Let's get started with celebrating some birthdays. On February 11th, we have Nathan Dunn. On February 14th, Kirsten Brock has a Valentine's birthday. February 17th is Jonathan Sparks' birthday, and February 18th is Corey Beavers. So happy birthday to all of you. The only anniversary we have is David and Lena Smith, and they will celebrate 31 years of marriage on February 12th. So happy anniversary to y'all. Grace Pilcher competed in the Cartersville Invitational this past weekend, and she got first place on bars this time and 4th all around, and then her team won first place. So good job to Grace. Our women's ministry, they made some goodie bags and delivered those to our widows. They made about 20 goodie bags. Some of our youth girls helped, and I'm sure that Valentine's Day can be a hard time for them, so I think that's a really sweet thing that they did. They prayed with them and just kind of loved on them, and they plan to make that an annual event, so I think that is a great ministry that they did. Super Start is a high-energy weekend event where preteens can learn and grow in their relationships with friends, leaders, and most importantly, God. This past weekend, Jody and Levi, plus 10 of our incredible adult leaders, took 11 of our DOC kids to Athens to learn what it means to be shaped by God. I know these weekends make a big impact on our kids' lives and just for the kingdom. And I'm thankful that we have adult leaders who are willing to spend their time and energy, because I know it takes a lot of energy to make these things happen. And then I heard that there was a slime situation, and apparently Corbin Albertson and Amber Cross with some of the kids got slimed. So I don't know how that plays in. Maybe that when that life can be messy, but God can be there to help clean it up. I don't know, but ask them about that. And then Tim Tebow's Night to Shine was this past Friday, and Kim Ridley attended with Cameron Hawkins as her buddy. She enjoyed a limo ride and winning 3 games of bingo, but most importantly, she enjoyed spending time with Cameron. So that's all that I've got this week. I would love to celebrate anything that's going on in your life. Give me an email, comment below on Facebook, or just shoot me a message. But you can email at live@liberty76@gmail.com, or just get in touch with me. And I will turn it over to Brian to see more about what couples in our church have to say about each other and their relationships.
So, hey, we are getting to know people in church by asking awkward questions. That's a good way to do it, right?
Absolutely.
So our victims today, right? We've got the Halls and the McBryars. So this is going to be really, really good. So it's a newlywed game. So I'm going to ask you the questions, and I'm going to bring Maddie in here, and she's going to try to guess what you answered, right? So, but the thing about you, I think y'all are the newest newlyweds in the church, right?
Yeah, 3 months.
And the wedding was pretty awesome.
Epic.
The pastor in the wedding was.
Mostly.
Let's not get into that. But anyway, all right. So you ought to be like up to speed on these. All right. So here's the first one. What is your favorite thing about your spouse?
That's an easy one. Her heart.
Okay.
Yeah, for people.
Okay.
Yeah. She's also pretty good looking. So.
All right. So, all right. Number 2. What is something your spouse cannot live without? What's something Maddie cannot live without?
Sugar.
Sugar?
Like candy. She loves candy or caffeine. And if you don't have either one in the same day, you better watch out.
She get mean.
I've got a window of time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can, when I hear that she needs it, we got to figure it out in that window. It's like 30 minutes.
You hear the countdown before you release the Kraken, right?
Before I start barbering and weaving. So.
All right, candy and caffeine. Number 3, who said I love you first, and tell us the story behind the moment?
I think it was me.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell you the moment.
Yeah, tell me the story. Tell the entire church and all the listening world the story.
I mean, basically like a High School Musical story. We went to prom.
Okay.
And then I think it was like right after that. So.
This is in high school?
Right, yeah. Right after prom, I think. Yeah.
So your answer is first time you told her you loved her was right after the prom.
I think so.
The senior year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, before I went off to school.
All right, cool. So
I had to set the hook before I left,
These that's good. And you did well. You
I
married
did, yeah.
married the girl.
1 for 1.
All right. So I like this question right here. If your spouse were in the Olympics, right? What event would Maddie get a gold medal in? And it doesn't have to be an event that's actually there, but if she was in a competition, what would she gold medal in?
I have no idea. Maybe managing a calendar. I mean, everything we have is to the day, to the T. She's pretty organized.
All right.
So she'd get a gold star for organization.
All right. So she is a gold medalist in making a plan.
Oh, absolutely.
Gotcha. Is she like written calendar, or is she everything on the phone?
Everything. So we have a shared calendar, which in turn is created by her, physical calendar, and she likes black Sharpie. She'll mark it off every time.
Gotcha.
So,
man, we still share a calendar with Morgan and Kylie. So we still have the same family calendar forever. And do you ever get those moments where you're sitting there doing something really important, and usually it's Kylie that does this, but she'll be at school and like get all the stuff, and then all of a sudden it just starts banging you.
Bing.
Yeah, you
Yes,
get. Says Maddie, do that too?
Absolutely. And then she'll be like, "Did you see that I put that on the calendar?" And I'm like, "Which one?"
Yeah, all 50 things.
Yeah.
All right. So last question: if your marriage were a song, what genre would it be? Country, classic rock, blues, heavy metal, contemporary Christian? What would y'all be?
Maddie's a country fan. I like a little bit of everything. So I'd say if Maddie was answering that, it'd be country, but I feel like it's a little bit of blues.
But your marriage, what would be the one to describe it? Blues? Why is that?
It's soulful,
Okay.
And there's some, the blues is kind of, it can make, I know it's kind of moody, but sometimes lighthearted, So I feel like that's us. We don't really take things too serious.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna bring her in here and check your answers.
All right.
You ready?
Ready?
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So we're gonna find out if your 3 months of marriage can survive this moment right here. Right?
Oh, God.
So I'm gonna ask you the same questions, and what you're gonna try to answer is what you think Josh said.
Oh, God.
All right.
Okay.
Right. So, or you're just gonna tell the truth and it's gonna be wrong, right?
Okay.
All right. So here it is. What did he say was his favorite thing about you?
My heart.
Wow, that's good. That's what he said. That's good. All right, first one's right.
And your looks, but
Yeah, he did add that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
He said, so what is something, when I asked him, what is something Maddie cannot live without? What did he say?
He probably said my phone.
Man, tell her what you said.
I said sugar and caffeine.
Oh yeah, those are better answers.
Apparently, you get kind of cranky when you don't have enough sugar or caffeine, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a little safety?
There's a time
He
window.
has like
yeah.
30 to 45 minutes,
exactly
or
what I told
I'm
you.
going to like be really angry.
So you get no points for the question, but you're right.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
All
Oh,
right.
so it's a points game.
Yeah, this is points.
Oh.
Yeah, so the
You
way
should've
this
led with
the
that.
way this is working, like this week, you guys with Austin and Valerie, y'all are all accumulating points together. You're going against the people that went last week, next week, and the final week.
Oh, Gary
so we're
has
doing
no
this.
chance.
Yeah,
Gary has no chance.
they did pretty good. They did.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so number 3. Who said I love you first, and what's the story?
Oh God. Well,
exactly what
I
I
think
said.
it's Josh. But this is why, because I remember when we were dating, he tried to get me to say it. We were like
Oh.
on the phone one day, and he was like prying, trying to get me to say it. And I was like,
And what was he doing? Tell me more about this.
I can't remember how he said it. I just remember he's like, I said I love something. Like, I don't know what I was talking about. And he's like, you love what? Like, you love what?
That sounds more realistic.
That's called manipulation.
Yeah, and
That
I'm
sounds
like,
more
I don't know. Gotta go.
So you're guessing it was him.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't remember the story of when.
Can we get like half points?
Man,
No?
I don't know. I don't think so.
You know. You
So
could
tell her what you said.
I thought it was like after prom. I think that's when I first told you that in person. But I don't know if that's accurate.
Senior prom.
Senior prom.
He said he had to set the hook before he went off school.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe. Maybe.
Say yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Bingo.
Lose.
Goose egg.
All right, number 4.
Dang, we're not doing good.
So if you were in the Olympics, he said you would gold medal in this right here if you were in the Olympics. And it may or may not be an actual event, but like this is your jam. You would win a gold medal if this was a competition. What would it be?
Just like something you're really good at.
Something I'm really good at.
I mean, you might not think so.
Hey, don't. Oh, no. I see what's going on. This is like that I love you phone call. You're leading her on, right? So,
That's what I do, you know?
all right, you
no
got to
ch-
be quiet.
There's no chance I'm getting this right.
Okay, let's see.
Because
This is a 40-point question. This is
40
big.
points?
Oh yeah, every question is more points.
We should have told me something. You should have told me that before. It would have been a layup, you know?
well, I would say something stupid like running my mouth because I'm not athletic at all.
That's not what he said.
I know.
So what'd you say?
I tried to say something unathletic. I said you're really good at like organization and planning. You know, if there wasn't a gold medal for like a calendar, you can do that with the best of them.
So you'd be a gold medalist in calendar planning.
Okay, well, that's the first time I've ever heard him say that. So.
You're very organized. That's good.
Okay.
So, all right. Last question. It's 50-pointer right
Oh
here.
my God.
This
We're
is
going to lose.
This is a hard one. If your marriage were a song, what genre would it be? Like country, classic rock, blues, contemporary Christian, jazz. Which one best describes y'all's marriage? That's a tough question. What did he say?
What did he say? Oh my God.
That's a goose egg, too.
These are all off the wall questions.
I think that's the point.
That's the point.
But what would Josh say? Like, I think it would be different than like what I would say.
What would you say?
Like, I would say country.
Okay. He said you like country, right?
But I feel like
does
Josh
that
would
describe
get-
your marriage?
I mean, in 3 months?
Like
Yeah.
truck broke down, skating rink closed,
Okay, no,
dog
maybe
got
rock.
ran over. Okay. That's country. That's for country music, right?
Yeah.
Rock?
No.
What'd you say?
Well, say the other genres again.
So it's country. Let's see. Country, classic rock, blues, heavy metal, contemporary Christian.
We're going to have 0 points.
Maybe.
Yeah. He said blues.
She told me that. I was about to say that.
She was literally about to say that.
I was literally about to say that.
That's it. Anyway. Well, hey, y'all scored some points. You did okay.
See, I knew her. She just didn't know me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
that hurt a
well,
little bit. Well, hey, y'all's 3 months married. Now you got to go talk about it, right? Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank y'all for doing this. What were you gonna say?
Why did you say blues? Like, what was your reasoning behind that?
I mean, because it's soulful. I told him, I said it's like a mix of making, I mean, it's really good music, but it's like makes things that are lighthearted come across in a good way. I said, we're not that serious people, you know.
You got some soul, man.
We got some soul.
Good answer. Good answer.
I like it. Y'all did good.
All right.
All right, Valerie. So the first question you got. So what's your maiden name?
Stocks.
Stocks. Okay.
I had to actually think about that for a second.
Which is really Stocks, right?
Yeah, Stocks.
So since you married Austin, how many times have you had to have people like McBryar,
I don't even, at first I started maybe getting a little bit like annoyed about it, but then I'm like, I get it. And I have done some deep diving in on his family's history.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why is it every time we go to a restaurant, people will say McBryar or McBryar or pick an option. And I found out it was because whenever they came, his lineage, I guess, is from Scotland.
Okay.
And so you had some people who didn't know how to spell. And so when they came over here, certain people would spell it McBryar or there's so many different spellings of that name.
I bet the A gets shifted around in that.
It's normally an E. It's like MacBryer.
Well, hey, look, I've been here 13 years as pastor. There's people in this church still, they either spell Brian Brain, right? I get BRAIN all the time, and they sure don't know how to spell Branham, right?
Yeah.
So I get, they put an H in there, NNON, NUM. I get all kinds. I'm like, man, I've only been your pastor for a decade.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, in their defense, sometimes in my phone, when I type Brian, it will do Brain.
Oh, yeah. I get Brain a lot at Chick-fil-A, at Starbucks.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
So you're going to answer these questions. We're going to bring Austin in here, and he's going to see if he can guess what you answered.
So these are questions that I'm answering about myself.
Well, these are questions you are answering about you all as a couple.
Oh, okay.
This is a newlywed game, right?
Okay.
The not so newlywed games are kind of what we're playing, right? So, all right, so first thing is this. What is your favorite thing about Austin?
My favorite thing about Austin is that he's a deep emotional person, and I am maybe not a deep emotional person. So he's the one who gets the conversations started. So he's a good conversationalist, and you need that in a healthy relationship. You need to have good communication. And if not for him, I would hate to know where we would be, because he has to sort of drag things out of me sometimes.
Well, hey, you're not only playing a game, you're giving everybody good marriage advice.
Yeah, there you go.
Way to go. We
There you
appreciate
go.
that. That was the freebie for today. All right, so the next one is, what is something that Austin cannot live without?
Music.
Music.
Yeah. Guitar, instruments, creative liberty to write, to sing.
Are you musical?
No.
So when you marry this uber musical guy,
I think I probably tricked him. He would probably agree to that I sort of like caught him, because I said that I loved coffee. And well, I never said I loved coffee. I just drank it. So
Okay.
it seemed like I liked coffee, when in reality hated it. And then I also was trying to like learn to play the piano. So I would post videos on like Facebook and Instagram of me playing the piano, but I was genuinely just trying to teach myself. And I thought I could sing, but, it ain't there. Like, the Lord can use it in whatever capacity, like maybe in another nation
you
or
sing
something.
in the car?
No, not really. Well, I will, but again, ears. If there's ears around, maybe not so much.
So if y'all are going down the road and a song comes on, you just absolutely it's all over you.
If it's a song that him and I both like vibe to, I'll yell.
So how's
sing.
Austin react when you sing in the car?
You know, he's so used to it. He doesn't. It doesn't even faze him.
You said something about
But he will let me know. Like, he's like, "Ooh, That's not.
Okay.
And we'll sing around the house because it's funny. We'll do like a Johnny Cash and a June Carter, and I can do a mean June Carter because of
okay.
my accent.
We
and
might
so
need to
I'll
hear that.
I'll add a little extra something. We'll just sit and sing back and forth doing different accents.
We might need to set that up too.
I can do a good Scottish accent.
I think everybody who watches this podcast would love to.
Maybe a behind the scenes one day.
All right, so you answer this question with a Scottish accent. All
Okay.
right. Who said "I love you" first, and tell me the story?
Okay.
don't
In a
have to answer.
I was like in a Scottish accent.
There it
No,
is.
that was British. That wasn't Scottish.
Okay.
So he said he loved me first.
All right.
Did you say what was the
Yeah, what's the
reaction
story?
to it?
What's the story?
Oh gosh. Okay.
Like, when was it? Where were you? What was going on?
Well, we were in Nashville, and I remember having, it was not it wasn't like a meet cute situation. I had never said I love you to anybody before,
Okay.
other than family, obviously. But when I realized that I was like in love, it was like, oh crap, I'm in love. And so I like went into full blown panic. Like,
Okay.
I'm talking, this is probably TMI for the internet, but it is what it is. I mean, I got sick because I was like, and then.
So you're like, this is my man, and it makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, no, it was like my whole life is about to change.
Okay.
And Valerie does not do well
wow.
with like big life changes. And I was like, oh no, I'm in love. That means I've got to get married, and then like my whole life's going to change. And so he's freaking out because I'm freaking out, and we both, like, as soon as we got out of I don't even think we talked.
Okay.
Because we got out and I was like, if this dude doesn't break up with me after this, then I don't know. And he thought the same thing. He was like, I think she doesn't like me anymore.
So wait a minute. Did he tell you, so you say you're on the way home, did he tell you "I love you" and then it made you sick?
I think I honestly can't remember the specifics. I think the words came out of "I love you," and I was like, "I love you too." And then I'm like, oh my gosh, my whole life is about to change.
That's
so
really
yeah, that resulted in just me being incredibly sick the whole way
love you
home,
made
and
me
then
sick.
and then him thinking that it was all over, and me thinking it was all over, and then it wasn't.
So what y'all do in Nashville? Did you go to a concert or something?
I had never been to Nashville. Well, no, I had been maybe one time and went to a concert.
Just went to see it.
But we went up there just to I wanted a ukulele again. I was trying to entrap him. Maybe some part of me wanted to be musical.
You were so in love, you were trying to play instruments and
I was
drink
like,
coffee.
maybe this guy will like me more if I can be musical. Let me put on a fedora. Maybe that'll help too. I don't know. Because this was 10 years ago and fedoras
great.
were in. But anyway, yeah, we went up there mainly because, again, I knew what he liked, and I like planning things. And so I planned this trip, but he sort of just showed me around Nashville. I still don't like Nashville, full transparency. He takes me up there every time, and I'm like, I don't get it. It's just it's not like New York City, and it's
Yeah.
not like Atlanta. You get a couple of tall buildings.
Nashville
and
is country music and bachelorette parties. That's
yeah,
all
that's
it
what
is.
that's
Yeah.
the feel I get. No offense to Nashville, to those watching this that are from there or love it there. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I just don't get the hype.
I got you. Hey, I'm with you. All right, so that's a good story though. So this is a hard one. So if Austin's in the Olympics and he's
Okay.
going to gold medal in something,
Okay.
may not be an actual Olympic event, but if there is a competition in this, he's the gold medalist in what?
In the Olympics. Okay. Him and I both are not sporty people at all. I can't even tell you, and I doubt he could either, what all is in the Olympics. I know swimming. Gosh, what would he be in the Olympics? Let me think.
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
I don't
actually-
even know outside of swimming what's even in the Olympics.
No. So, but if it just
Okay.
what is he like? Is he the gold medalist in the coffee press? He's got.
Oh, yeah,
he's got some
yeah.
coffee skills, right?
He could
He's
get.
very
So you just
snobbish about his
mean
coffee.
it doesn't have to be the Olympics. Okay, I'm following. He would get an Olympic medal for the amount of time spent fixing his hair. He's not going to say this, and it's not even going to be on his radar.
Okay.
But I would say if I was going to give him a gold medal for something, it would be the time and attention he spends on getting ready and specifically his hair.
So what you're saying is him fixing his hair is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I am 100% of the time. There's maybe been like a very small handful of times that he got done after me or
Okay.
before me. So I'm always waiting on him. I'm in the car waiting on him to get done. I'm in the living room waiting on him to get done.
Has he got like a big drawer full
And
of
I
product?
I'll put like makeup on, you know,
Right.
but like I don't do it all the time. But he would get an Olympic medal for that too.
So does he have his own product drawer?
He has like, and
And
I
tools, like-
appreciate it because I'm like, he's beautiful, obviously, and what great hair. But of the two of us, you will come to find he is like the stylish,
Gotcha.
well fixed one, and I'm just over here just being.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he has like powders or something. I don't even know what all. I honestly don't even know. If I was a better woman, I would have a better concept of all that goes into all that he does. Or he'll come in there and he'll be like, "I'm thinking about cutting my hair. Do you think I should cut my hair, or do you think I should grow it out?" And I'll be like, I don't care. You can, if you want to grow it out, grow it out. If you want it short, cut it. Whatever I say, he would generally do the opposite.
Okay. All right.
So he'll be like, "Should I go down a guard in my beard?" And I'm like, "Sure, go for it." And then he'll be like, "I don't think I want to."
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. I've never seen him sloppy, so I think you're right.
You will not. You will never see him sloppy.
There
If
you
you ever see him sloppy, an emergency has occurred and he had to leave the house. But he would never.
I got you. All right. So last question. I love it. You're going to make this a top-rated podcast. So if your marriage were a song,
Oh, no.
what genre would it be? So would it be like country, classic rock, blues, heavy metal, contemporary Christian? What would your life together in a song?
In a
What
song.
radio station we going to find that on?
Well, if Austin's writing the song, it's going to be an emo.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
going to
can
be
see
emo.
that.
I don't know that I classify our love as emo, but if he's the one writing and singing it, it's going to be like deep, emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Like hitting to the heart.
So, but
And then
what
if
the
I'm
question is,
doing
yeah,
it,
if it's
it's
together.
like a Weird Al like cover. It's gonna be something funny, not serious at all. So, is there a genre that is
What an
both
answer.
funny and emotional? I don't know. And country. I mean, let's see. I guess emo. I'll say emo because
right.
I think that's what he'll say.
We can go
I'll
with
say
that. All right, so let's go get him and let's see how y'all do.
All right. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
So, what did she say was her favorite thing about you?
I know what you've said before when I've asked you this question. What is this, physical features or like
Can't tell you.
Well, you like my hands
Hands. So explain that.
because I play the guitar and I play in your hair and all that stuff.
Okay, all right.
And she said she's always said that if she ever becomes a millionaire, she's going to hire somebody to play in her hair all day long. Because
true.
that's apparently the greatest thing in the world. Probably not the answer you were looking
As
for.
awesome as that sounds, that's not
What's
what
the
she said.
what's the greatest thing about
So
me?
what'd you say?
Do you
No,
think
no, no.
that
Let me
I
have one
think
more
the
shot at this.
greatest thing about you as a human
I'm
being
gonna say
is
my
your-
heart.
Oh my goodness. Oh
That's what Josh said about Maddie.
Well,
But that's not what
I
she
don't
said
think we
about
get a
you.
point for that.
No, you get
no,
zero.
we just lost a whopping 10.
My
points.
sense of humor.
You know what? Just move on.
So, tell
what did she
tell
say?
her what you said.
Well, don't
What
you?
did you say?
Oh, I said your ability to pull out conversation and emotion. Like the best thing about you, about our relationship, is the fact that I am apt to keep my emotions in,
never
and
told me
you
that.
bring them out.
I'm glad we played this
and
game.
you, and
Let's
you
spend a
help
few moments.
Yeah, let's sit in that for a minute.
She said you're an emotionally deep person and you're a good communicator. And so you help the marriage because you're a good communicator.
I try. I do.
As awesome as that is and important for marriage, you get 0 points.
And your hands.
And your hand. Oh, yeah. And your hand.
Yeah.
This is already
I
so
wasn't
weird.
really I wasn't going shallow with my answer. I was going deep with my answer.
Okay,
I
sorry.
like it. All right. So, second question. This is a 20-pointer. What is something that she said you cannot live without?
Coffee.
Man.
That would have been a great answer. My family.
I can believe that.
Oh no.
She said,
Music.
That too, but
yeah.
I got to have the coffee before I can even get to the music.
Look, we still
and
got-
talking about emotionally deep and all that good stuff. Coffee is music to me.
Oh, my
Coffee's the
God.
music to my soul.
I said
don't
if
know
you
it.
couldn't like write and create and make music, you would not be able to
I do lose
live.
my mind if I don't get to do that. So
You
But
can go
With
without
coffee.
You can go
Yeah.
without coffee for longer than you can go without your ability to create.
2 days.
I don't, can you? I don't know that he could.
Well,
It's they go.
I've
hand
seen
in
him
hand.
go an entire week without. Well, not an entire week, but when you were down bad with the flu, I had
still-
to make him coffee.
There was this day in the office, we couldn't find him, and he was
Yeah.
like in the basement making like Ethiopian coffee.
Yeah,
And
that
he was-
tracks.
He was real serious
Looks
about
like
it,
a
too.
science experiment.
He's probably with a hammer grinding it.
No.
It meant a lot.
I
to him.
I at least use electricity.
All right, well,
We're doing horrible.
as much as we agree, y'all didn't get points, but this one's 30 points, so you can.
Oh,
all right, so this is a good one. All right.
I'm scared.
So the question is, who said "I love you" first, and what's the story? So what did she say?
Well, I said I love you first,
Okay, so we get some points there.
and then you panicked because you knew your life was about to change, and you reciprocated that sentiment, but it freaked you out because you'd never been in that situation before. We were like, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to
And
spend the rest of my
y'all
life
were
with this person. What do you
where?
mean? We were in Nashville.
Oh man, hey, like Berger's, dude, you nailed it. I mean,
Yeah.
got it.
Well, at least I didn't forget that.
It's almost like you're standing out there listening. That was an important moment for
It
both
was.
of you. Y'all did good. All right, so this is 40 points. I got 30 points. 40-point question. If you were in the Olympics, right, what
would never
event would
happen.
you be a gold medalist in? And it could be something that's actually in the Olympics or not.
Okay, I was going to say it could be like one of those stupid things that they throw in there. It's like, is that really? an
This could
Olympic
be
sport?
ESPN
It could be anything.
Ocho event. So it could be, you would be the gold medalist if this was a competition. Let's put it like that.
I'm going to have to edit some dead time on this one because I really don't
This is
know.
where we need the Jeopardy music.
I can throw it in there.
If I was going to give you a gold medal for something, what would I give you a gold medal?
Just being a good husband.
Oh,
This is gold.
so
This
it's
right
so
here is
bad.
gold.
It's so bad.
Valerie, what did you say?
I said for
Being a dad.
No,
Oh.
he goes deep on the things that he shouldn't go deep on
Ah.
and surface level on the things that he should. I said for your hair, for the time that you take to fix yourself.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Your
you
hair
need
would not
gold.
be a sprint. It's
Which, by the
marathon.
way, I'm in a transition phase with that right now. It's not where I want it to be, and it's not where it's going quite yet. But it's
Yeah,
going to get
you
there.
can't see what he has envisioned in his mind right now for his hair.
Just a little longer.
and what
It's
it's
okay.
going to do. I
Okay.
can go ahead and tell you as of today, he's not super fond of the length that it
Okay.
is currently at.
It's livable.
It's livable.
So can you give me a recognizable person you're going for?
No, not off the top of my head. I'll
when he sees it, he
maybe
knows.
like Christian Bale in certain movies. I don't know.
Okay.
He's got the. I've done it before. It's not something that I've
Okay.
never done before. I just
Well, we look forward to.
look on my Instagram in like 2022. And
Oh, we're going back. Okay.
Yeah.
but
He
maybe,
right now he thinks he wants to grow it out. We'll see. We'll see where we go.
I think
I'm committed.
in your editing of this, I think you need to throw up. Austin is going for this look right here.
Yeah.
You will see.
All right. So yeah, she said fixing your hair, you'd be a gold medalist.
That's embarrassing, but yes.
Hey, all right, it's cool.
That's true.
All right, no points
Not
there.
as cool as being a dad. But,
So here we go. If your marriage were a song, what genre would it be? It's like country, classic rock, blues, heavy metal, contemporary Christian. Could be any category. This was an awesome answer, by the way.
Do, do, do.
No
Did they
sign.
have
I'm trying not to go
music
with the, like,
in
emotionally
the
deep
newlywed
thing.
game? Like, was it like?
remember.
I'll figure something out. If our marriage was a genre of a song
No, of music.
of music,
Yep. What radio station is playing y'all's story?
probably something on like Sirius XM. I don't know.
That's an entire. They have everything.
Yeah,
on
that's
there.
an old. Okay, so if it's
Okay.
on Sirius XM,
Which channel?
Which channel are we falling in?
Are we the oldies?
80s on 8?
Are
Are
we-
we 90s on 9?
I don't even
What
know if I can
genre
give
of
an answer.
music? It's our no pressure, but if you get this wrong, we're not having lunch today.
Ooh.
I'm really hungry, so I don't know. This is of
It's
course
a-
the musician
That's
would
a
not
50-point question.
Yeah.
hard rock.
So why would you say it? Why would you say it?
Because I don't know what to say.
Oh.
It has no. Let me. Okay. Can I have a hint? Can I just have like one little hint?
Because y'all have done so poorly thus far. Oh.
Thank you. I got a 30-pointer.
It's your favorite genre.
If
of
you
music.
were writing the song
Yeah.
of y'all's marriage, it would be on what channel?
Well, like the singer-songwriter folk thing would probably be. I mean, that's my favorite, right?
No, I think I know him better than he knows him.
What did you say?
I said emo, emotional music. It would be emo, but that if it were
I
you
think she's
and
right.
me, that my part would be like funny music.
Yeah, but there's.
She said,
Here's
she
the thing
said
about
if it was from
genres.
her, it would be Weird Al.
Okay. Well, this is what you get asking the musician
Weird
this
Al
kind of
and
question
emo.
is because genres nowadays don't mean anything because like you got country mixed with emo and you got
Okay,
like
well,
That's a hard
pop
question.
mixed with this and that and then there's some rock and
you know
everything.
what?
And
Don't
so-
don't lose any sleep over
Listen,
it.
I think
It's fine.
I
agree with that though.
Yeah, see,
I don't think you need to punish each other without lunch. I think y'all need to go lunch and
you
talk.
know what?
If I
think
had some
you're
food, I
right.
probably would have been able to think of some
See,
better
I
think y'all
questions.
need
and
to
better
go get
answers.
The
to know one
pressure
another.
got to him today.
I don't feel no pressure.
You got
just
30
hungry.
points.
Look, we got 30 points. That's better than the
That's 1 point
than
for
the
every year I've
last
been alive.
people.
I think
right?
Josh and Maddie got about 30 points. So,
Okay,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Y'all go have lunch.
I
and
would
talk.
just like to say I think my answers were better than your answers.
Yeah, probably.
I will tell you this: you may not have scored many points, but we were all highly entertained.
Well,
And if there were a gold medal, we just all won gold by
Yes.
watching this interaction.
I'm-
Right here. Y'all go talk and get to know one another.